Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because I am doing this look you see here using all products from HSN. So this video is sponsored by HSN, the Home Shopping Network. So I greatly appreciate them for not only sponsoring this video, but letting me pick out lots of goodies to incorporate into this look and many more looks to come. I will be showing all of those as we go along in this video. But if you don't know what HSN is, it is a home shopping network. It is not only an online e-commerce platform where you can get fashion, health, beauty, tech, jewelry, home and lifestyle, accessories. It goes on and on and on with the amount of products and categories that you can get on their online store. But it also is a platform that has 2 TV channels where they feature daily deals and show you how they work. And I have definitely been guilty of getting sucked into some of those before and just wanting to try the products that they show and benefiting from how they show they use them and all of the goodies. So definitely look out for those channels as well. And again, they have weekly deals in all of the categories that I mentioned that offer you a percentage off of regular pricing or a percentage off of their already great pricing that they have at hsn.com. And finally, they offer FlexPay, which is a way for you to enjoy now and pay later if you want to pay on a monthly basis in smaller increments versus paying all at once. And as a part of this sponsorship, they offered a code, which is HSN 2023, which gets you $10 off a $20 or more purchase if you are a new customer to the Home Shopping Network. Now, I picked a couple of things off of their weekly deal categories that I didn't use as products in the video. So I'm going to show you those, talk about them real quick, and then we will hop into the look. The first is this Tan Luxe Illuminating Tanning Butter. And this is a huge 16.9 ounce bottle. It is originally $54.95. It's on special for $39.95. This I have used a couple of times and I really enjoy it. This is one of those gradual tanning lotions where you really don't need a mitt. I found I had no streaking when I applied it. It does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, but it's not something where you feel like you're wearing glitter on your body. It just helps to give a little bit of illumination and radiance to the skin. So if you're someone who really prefers a gradual tan, something that you're not gonna worry about streaking or having to have an extra mitt with or anything like that, this is really good to look into. And it is a huge bottle. It's gonna last me a very long time. And then the second item that I chose on a weekly deal is from a brand called Sorbus, and they offer beauty organizers. And I got the extra large 4-piece beauty organizer. So I'm gonna put up a picture of what it looks like all by itself empty on this side. And then I'm going to put a picture of what it looks like after I easily and quickly filled it up with products on this side. It is, like I said, a 4-piece, and then they stack on top of each other. So you've got multiple drawers, multiple sizes. You've got lipstick holders up top, spaces where you can put foundations, perfumes, anything you want. So again, I easily filled that up. It is larger than any other makeup organizer that I have, very sturdy, but it's not too bulky. It easily fits on my vanity without feeling like it is too much. So I will have those linked along with all the other stuff I'm going to be talking about. So if you want to see how I got this look, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start out with foundation. I do have a little bit of corrector under my eyes, but other than that, I don't have anything on my face but SPF. And I'm going to be trying this brand new Too Faced Born This Way Healthy Glow SPF 30 moisturizing skin tint. I've had a few of you ask me if I'm going to be reviewing this, so I'm going to be using it today. I have used it a couple of times before today. I am in the shade Nude. This is 24-hour wear, vegan, UVA, UVB protection, and all-day hydration. So it says to shake well. It is a thin consistency, but not as thin as you would think like a serum foundation would be. So that is the shade Nude. And I do apply this with a brush. So I'll leave one side kind of bare so you can see the coverage that this provides. Because even though it's a skin tint, it does claim to have a medium coverage. Okay, so this is the side with the skin tint. This is the side without. So you can see my redness. I do think it has a more than a light coverage for sure, because I don't feel like I need to build it up at all. It covered my redness nicely. I like the color for the summer for me. It meshes well with my color that I typically get in the summer or my self-tan that I use in the winter. Claims to have a natural finish, and I feel like it does. It's not too dewy. I don't feel like it made my skin really any dewier than it was when I started, but it also didn't mattify it. I'm also sticking with Too Faced for the concealer. This is the Born This Way Ethereal Light Illuminating Smoothing Concealer. And I am in the shade Pecan, which is a very good shade for me. I don't like to go too light under my eyes for concealer. I like to really stay in my skin tone. So something similar to the color of my foundation, maybe like half a shade lighter, and this works for that. So this also is a medium coverage, natural finish, and medium coverage as I get older is really all I want under my eyes. I feel like if I get into I'm not saying that I don't have full coverage concealers that work, but as a rule for me, I feel like the more light to medium coverage ones work better for my not getting any younger under eyes. So you can see I did add a little bit more coverage, and it is a natural finish. It's not dewy, but it's certainly not matte either. Now, when I set it down, it's going to become a little more matte, but I have worn this and I was pleased with how it wore throughout the day. I didn't get creasing or cracking or anything like that, which I really try to stay away from in a concealer formula. And it is very lightweight. It says that it's like a serum consistency, and it's not as thin as a serum, but it feels as thin as a serum under the eye. It's not heavy at all. Now, I got a powder foundation, and it was actually a set from a brand that I have never tried before, but I have seen and I have been curious about for a while, and it's called Doll 10. And this is the powder foundation set. So it comes with the super coverage serum powder. I got the shade light medium. And then it also comes with a brush. I like this kind of brush if I'm using it as a foundation only, but I'll use a fluffier brush when I'm using it to set, because I don't want a ton of coverage if I already have a foundation underneath. But this is a good kabuki brush and a good denseness for when I'm just using it for powder foundation. But I'm gonna use it to set today, so I'm gonna use something a little bit fluffier. I have used this to set, but I have not used it as a powder foundation yet, so I can't speak to that, but I will be trying it by itself, and I'll let you know. The color is great. I don't find it to be too heavy as a setting powder, which some powder foundations can be, but when you're using a lighter weight foundation product or base product like the Healthy Glow from Too Faced, you can use something a little bit heavier on top of it without worrying about it becoming too cakey or too thick on the skin. And see, it's not very matte. It still kept some of that natural finish from the Too Faced Healthy Glow. I did not get a bronzer from HSN, so I just went ahead and used one I already had. But the blush that I got is one I already knew I loved the formula of, because I've talked about this blush before. I have it in a different color, but I didn't have it in this one, and I love it. I have used it since I have gotten it, and I love it. It's the Clinique Blushing Blush Powder Blush. I've talked about the Sunset Glow color that I have and love, and this is called Iced Lotus, and it is such a pretty icy pink color without looking frosty or too fake or too young on the skin. And when I use these blushes, I don't find the need to use a separate highlighter, because they do have a little bit of a sheen to them. So it cuts down on products that you need, but you still get that really pretty radiance to the skin. So the Sunset Glow color is a very pretty kind of peachy shade. And again, this is a pink. It's so pretty, which you can see it's not, again, too frosty, but see how that kind of natural highlight shows through on the cheekbone when I use this product? So pretty. I love these blushes so much. Let's talk about eyeshadow. I got a couple of products for eyeshadow, and I have been very pleasantly surprised, especially with one of them, and only because I haven't tried the other set as much. But sticking with the Doll 10 brand, all the eye products that I got were from them. And the first is a set of 4 eyeshadow sticks, and I will put up a picture with these swatched, but it's 3 matte shades and a shimmer shade. And I have used a couple of these, but not all of them. Vanilla Bean shade, which is the kind of just very light, creamy color matte, is good to prime the eyes with. And then I have also used the Caramel Latte shade, which I'll show you kind of how I've used that as I do the eye look. And then the eyeshadow palette that I got is the Doll Squad 2.0 palette. It also came with a deluxe blending eye brush. So I'll use both of those today. But this eye palette is such a good neutral, everyday, has every color you will need eyeshadow palette. Again, I will put up a picture of all of these swatched. It has 3 shimmer shades and 9 matte shades. I have worn this the past 3 days and I have not gotten bored with it, which is not typical for an eyeshadow palette. I really like to change up my looks, but I have used the shimmers. I have done an all matte look. I'm going to do an all matte look today because that was my favorite. These stay on so long. So incredibly long, especially for matte shades. When I do an all matte look, a lot of times when I look in the mirror at night, the lighter color lid shade will have kind of faded away. I did not find that to be the case with these at all. Very impressed with the longevity. And I'm gonna start out using kind of a mixture of these 2 matte shades right here on a fluffy brush in my crease. Most of these have a warm undertone, but there is like one lighter matte shade that could be considered cool tone. And then of course the champagne color that is a little bit of a shimmer shade can go either way. But then you've got some pretty golds and coppers and terracottas. The darkest brown does have a little bit of a plum undertone to it, but I don't feel like it's too much where I can't use it with a warm eye look like I'm doing today. Very easy to blend, very pigmented without being too pigmented. I did build it up. I went in twice with those colors in my crease. And now I'm gonna go in with the brush that it came with and this really light cream shade that is matte. And I'm going to put the kind of the first base layer of that just on the inner 1/2 to 2/3 of my lid. But you can see that's pretty pigmented. Sometimes I will work with, light matte shades like this that I can't get as much payoff with. I don't have that issue with this at all. Now at this step, I don't have to, but I'm gonna show you how I've been trying out some of these shadow sticks. And I took this one yesterday in Caramel Latte and I kind of just put it on the outer corner, just a little bit, and then blended it out. Now, I could definitely stay with this and only this, but I did want to show you another color in the palette. But see how that just really easily applied, gave a little bit of definition to that outer corner. You could very easily make an eye look, all by itself with just those 4 shadow sticks. But I'm gonna go in with this darker kind of rust terracotta shade. I love this shade so much. And just add a little bit of that on top of where I put that shadow stick. If nothing else, because obviously that shadow stick's gonna be covered up, but if nothing else, it's going to kind of give something for that darker shade to stick to. And even though I don't feel like these shades need help with longevity, it can't hurt. And then I'm gonna go back in with actually my pinky finger. Look at how pigmented that is. Pick up some of that cream shade and then apply it one more time to that inner corner, just in case anything was lost while we were doing the outer shade. And then finally, I'm gonna take an eyeliner brush and go in with the darkest brown and use that as a liner. And take the 2 shades that I used in my crease, and I might pop a little bit of this shade right here in with it, just kind of mix the 3 around on a smaller brush and use that for underneath my eyes. One of my favorite eye looks that I've done in a very long time. Simple, all matte, which every time I do an all matte look, I'm like, why do I not do this more often? Because it always turns out better than I expected it to. But again, very good quality, very long lasting, and just an all around good neutral palette. This would be great for travel, has pretty much everything you need. So before I finish off with lips, I am going to do mascara off camera because I do feel like it's very repetitive, but I am using one of my favorite longtime mascaras that I have not used in forever, but every time I have used it in the past, I've loved it. And this is a 2-pack. So it's 2 full-size mascaras of the Lancome Monsieur Bigger, Bolder Lash Kit. So you get 2 full-size of these mascaras at a discounted price. Usually when you buy a kit like this, it is definitely a little bit less than you would pay if you bought 2 separate mascaras. And again, I love this mascara so much, so I'm gonna do that off camera and then we'll finish off with lips. I'll show you a couple more things that I got that I did not feature in this look, and then we'll be finished. So I'll be right back. For lips, I got the Mented Lip Gloss Trio. Another brand that I have never tried anything from, and it has 3 full-size glosses, which I will put up on the screen, and they are Pink About Me, Coalition, and Mauve Over, which is very cute. And if you can guess, I'm going to use the Pink About Me. I have not used these yet, so this will be a very initial first impression try on, and that is a Mandy color. It's not overtly pink on the lips. You can tell it has a color, but it's more of like a nudie pink versus a Barbie pink, or something that's not going to go with the eye look that I did, for example. So I really like this. It has a little bit more color than other lip glosses, but it's not so opaque that you feel like you're actually wearing a lip stain or a lip stick. So this is the kind of lip gloss I like. It's comfortable, it's not sticky. We'll see how long it lasts, but so far I love this color. So there's just a couple of other things that I got that I didn't use in this look, but be on the lookout for me using it in others. One is another brand that, again, I had never tried before, but I have seen and I have been curious about, and this was a full set. And this is from the brand Skinn, S-K-I-N-N. And so I got the 4-year anniversary color set. So it comes with 4 products. This is the Skinn Scientific Color Foundation and Concealer. So it comes in a doe foot type applicator that is supposed to work as for both foundation and concealer. It comes with a liquid eyeshadow, which is a very pretty rose gold color, a mascara, and a lip balm, or volumizing lip tint. So that's it right there. I have tried the liquid eyeshadow and the foundation once. So be on the lookout for me to use those again, because I will form an opinion of those over time. And then finally, I got 3 MAC eyeshadows. Yes, HSN carries MAC, and these are just good old single eyeshadows that I had never tried before or needed to buy again because I used to have in the past and know I love them. Actually the only one that I had in the past and knew I loved is Saddle. Again, I will put up swatches, but this is just a beautiful, warm brown shade. A classic in their single eyeshadow colors. And then 2 that I have not tried. This is Finjan, F-I-N-J-A-N, which is a very pretty matte mauve shade. It's a little bit of a darker mauve, very pretty. And then this is dark. This is also matte, and it's called Shady Santa. And it is like an eggplant deep plum color. Beautiful as like an eyeliner shade for a cool tone look. I'm excited to use that. But those are the 3 MAC shadows that I got. So lots of goodies. Really like how this particular look turned out. Again, I cannot speak highly enough as the eyeshadows. Again, I cannot speak highly enough for these eyeshadows. It is the one product that I have used the most, but stay tuned for final thoughts and more reviews on the other products. And again, don't forget about code HSN 2023, which gets you $10 off a $20 or more purchase for new customers. And I will have all of that information and links down in the description box below. All the links to these products are affiliate links, so if you choose to use them, you are supporting my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.